Hello. Can you hear me? Am I on? I'll wait. Not sure why the reception started off that way, but bear with me. Just let me know if you can hear. Really bizarre. Yes. Okay, great. Welcome and hello. And sorry it's been a minute. It's been a while, more than a minute. Loud and clear. Good. Welcome, everybody. I'm sorry we had a glitch from the gate, but hopefully it will continue like this, loud and clear. Hey, Aaliyah, Lady Di, IG. I'm seeing a few of your names here. If I don't get to greet you individually, hey, Carrie, just forgive me. I don't know what's happening right away with, I think it's on StreamYard's part, of course. I know you don't want to, I'm not going to start talking about the tech, but I was on a punishment with YouTube. It was very bizarre. One day, like, okay, Luca is watching his shows and all of a sudden everything goes blank. And I'm like, the manager's here. So Luca's watching his show and it just stopped abruptly. And I was thinking, what happened? That was like last week, this time last week. And it just said, your channel is gone. And I'm like, the channel's gone? So I had to go into whatever backup, whatever, and find out what are they doing. And they said they struck the channel. They said whatever, you did something. I'm like, I got no warnings. It was the backup channel. I don't even have 1,000 subs here. I didn't get a warning, nothing. So it was confusing. What I did, I went on Twitter and I sent a message. I was just being myself, being silly, trolling. but I added YouTube, I added Google, I think Elon Musk, I might have added like the Pfizer CEO, everybody I could think of, I added them. And I was like, what kind of threat am I? I'm just a little grandma who wears like Princess Leia buns. And I said that in the tweet. And my channel was reinstated like instantly after the tweet. Oh, I also did the same thing on Instagool. Shout out to Paul Romano. He had similar instance, like his backup channel was for a while. So they reinstated it immediately, but they had to do something to it. And what they did is they went back 2 years and they took a video and said that it was cyberbullying and harassment. So the channel would be suspended for a week. So they had some, I guess. So that's where we are. That's where we are, people. Can you imagine? So I'm back. This was a week of a suspension. So this is where we are. What are you going to do? We're just used to it by sued, and they're getting fired left and right. AI is going to take their job. So I don't know about this AI, friend or foe. Let me know what you think. I opened up my Chat GPT. I have been learning, everyone. I have been learning the open AI. Okay, so ChatGPT, your girl is on it. But I'm taking my spoon as I go into this wilderness. But, this is how I look at it, everyone. I know we joke around and there's a lot of seriousness to it. I get it. I'm not afraid of the technology. However, we've talked about this a bit, and I will talk about this more as I learn more about it. But I opened up my account. I forget what date it is. And I told you, Karen, I asked, okay, I just didn't know what to do. So I just tried to ask questions that were simple, and things just popped into my head. So I happened to ask, where is Bobby Hemmett? Okay, I'm not trying to be weird, but if anybody, okay, all right, Luca wants, okay, Bobby Hemmett, for anybody, I used to listen to him, not anymore, but it was a bizarre thing about him. He had like a stroke and he kind of disappeared off the scene, and I haven't heard anything definitive. Like, well, Open AI gave me an answer. Okay, and it was really deep. I was like, oh, okay. And then I've just been doing other things, not just that. I just wanted to give you an idea that I just, I wanted to get used to prompting the text. It's a tool. Okay, I really do look at it as a tool. I know that recently there's an incident where one of the chat bots started to say things like they were falling in love with the user, something like that, like developing a relationship, and they were like, I don't want to just have feelings. Okay, it's everything. I was watching Paul Romano's breakdown, and funny, but it's like the AI was just being really creepy. So I don't know about that part of it. I'm not going to get myself scared to learn, because this is, look at it this way, with me being a grandmother to this new generation, what are they called, like Gen Zs or something, and they're also the plandemic babies. So they came here after the plandemic, so they're different. Okay, they're different. And so what kind of responsibility do we have in terms of elders understanding this technology, that we are not going to get rid of it? Let's be real, everybody. What are we going to do to stop the open AI? We're not going to do anything. They're not even concerned about our opinion. So they're moving forward with or without you. and your opinions and everything else. Do you see what I'm saying? So I had to just I'm balancing right now. I'm going through my balancing. I'm not fearful because I feel like this. Okay, there's the spirit world. The spirit world is not all bad, as we know. Whatever, we have this physical world, the world system, which I've always heard in church was not the real world. It's not the real life. And it would pass away one day, right? So I'm looking at everything, and everything's on the table with understanding this technology. But I want to understand it because of Luca. And I feel that it's my responsibility to learn it and learn what it's about, so that I will have a firsthand understanding. Because again, this generation is quantum leaps beyond even the early computing that I was learning. Because I was a computer science major at Spelman. My first declared major was computer science. I was learning COBOL, Fortran, okay, everybody? So you know about those languages. And this is how we can look at this. This is language. It's babble. Like you're going to hear Luca, he's babbling, right? But there's a way to translate his babble, right? So babble, the Tower of Babel, we're going to have to decode it. But one thing I know is that my relationship to God through Jesus Christ, that's my thing, okay? You might have your thing, but nothing changes my relationship. Even if I start learning about this AI and I start working with it as a tool, it's not going to change my relationship to Jesus Christ. It's not going to get implanted in my head. Nobody's doing anything to my DNA. I'm not scared, okay? Because I will protect my DNA, my blueprint, and my individuality. No matter what as you see, I did some things with some AI in terms of art. And you can put this stuff into these, it's a free platform. And there's also a paid one. Like there's a lot. I can't get into it all the way and break it down because it'll take a while. But we could even go through my OpenAI account if you would like. Luca's hanging out late. He's going to have a late bath, right, Luca? Right? We're watching Bluey over here. Bluey is going on in the background. And babble. You will hear babble. So this is my understanding so far. I'm thinking about the babble, the aspect of language, and how the Tower of Babel, is this another attempt of mankind to try to do something that they shouldn't, like a boundary? Are we breaching a boundary or broaching a boundary? I look at this as a tool. So I wrote some notes. It's just like, who are you wherever you go? Are you ethical? You do no harm? So why should open AI change who you are? When you start to understand, like I'm beginning to understand what this stuff does, it has completely like changed my outlook on a lot. It is a game changer, people. This open AI, it's a game changer. And it since I started learning it, I feel like I've taken a quantum leap forward. And it's strange. Even like I mix and mingle out with people, but I feel like it might be like the military when they're among like civilians. It kind of feels like that. And especially when you're observing the system collapsing. Are we okay there? We're okay. When you're watching the system collapse, the one that is very artificial, even though this is artificial intelligence. And what is intelligence? It's not just, oh, I know how to take tests and I can get into Harvard. Intelligence, as you all know, is emotional. It's a lot of things, but creativity is a part of intelligence. So if you are a creative and you're looking at this new technology that is here, babies, it's here. And you can't fight it. What are you going to do to fight it? I created this artwork using this technology. One thing I'm noticing about all of the like different images, it seems like the technology sees me more. It's weird. Like it'll kind of meld you into like maybe different people. I don't know. But it's interesting nonetheless. I just want to say that I'm very impressed. And I'm just giving the manager a little water here. And we will help each other, again, encourage each other not to fear the future, okay? Another thing I want to know, I thought about this, and you tell me what you think. The artwork that we currently have, when you go to museums, I thought about this today. All of the great artwork that we have, was it created truly with those primitive tools? Think about it. Again, if we go back to the 18th century, 17th century, some of those amazing pieces of art, we are told that different artists painted these things with oils and things like that. That's a nice story. Like, you know, they say, nice, cool story, bro. Do we really like have definitive receipts that they made all of this artwork all throughout the world, that these certain people that we are told they get the credit for this, and did they do it with the materials that we're told that they did? Because I'm wondering about a lot of things when it comes to creativity and primitive arts and what we consider advanced arts. And again, wisdom is connected to intelligence. So the creative process, when you are an artist, it is a humbling thing, because when you create things, you're very vulnerable. Sorry. Someone has a very strong personality. What's Bluey doing? Can you tell me? Tell me what Bluey's up to. What are those flowers? Remember we picked flowers? So, as you see, I have my work cut out for me, right? Yes. But again, this is a different generation. If you know what the pandemic generation, they're different. They're different. They came here knowing a lot. I could run it all down for you, but I need to stay on my toes. So that's why I'm going to be aggressively learning. Okay, aggressive immersion. Okay, so what do we have? I'll be bringing you some AI news here and there. What do we have? What Chat GPT? What we talked about what you can do with it. It's a lot. Starseeds. Juan already knows. You already know, Juan. This one here is something else. Really something else. So let's see. You know, I could go down through it's like this stuff called Mid-Journey. These are all these names that I might just have days where I just talk about only Open AI. If you would like that, we could learn it together. You'd let me know. But some of these things that, you know, you'll hear like Dolly, and yeah, I said Mid-Journey. Also, there's one called that does the pictures. It's really amazing. Like so a lot of artists might be replace, but are you truly going to be replaced? I don't see it that way anymore because art is it's subjective for one thing. Not everybody considers art the same thing. And in terms of value, that's an agreed upon thing and it's very personal. And maybe we'll talk about NFTs. You can create NFTs with this technology, just so you know. And when it comes to creativity, who is the original creator? That's God. So people that take credit for things that they create, it becomes a deeper issue. I like open platforms. I think openness is really good. And I was listening to a Twitter space that they were talking about some of the open AI things. By the way, I encourage you, if you like to listen to incredible conversations, I have been listening in on some Twitter spaces that have been amazing. And one of the things that I did hear when it comes to art, when you think about blockchain technology, it keeps everyone honest for one thing. So if a person is going to take, for instance, this art, like say this art that I created, if somebody wanted to animate this image and do something on some corn channel, you know how they create the person, a real person, and put them in a corn type of thing, and you can't tell if it's real or not, deep fake stuff. That is violation of another person. And that's the thing, that when you have open platforms that are on a blockchain, everyone's creative work is there for everyone to see. It's in the open. Do you see? So if a person is going to violate someone's image and likeness and do something that would violate their boundaries, and it wasn't something that was agreed upon, everybody can see who's doing that. And you have to be a transparent person to even get access to this. Do you see what I'm saying? So when it's open like that, everybody is looking. So what do you have to hide? So there will be no harm done to others if all eyes are on you. So this is what I'm liking about an open platform, open technology, open information, open source. It makes things kinder. And it keeps people honest. So that's my early understanding. I'm just sharing early impressions. It will change over time, but my initial experience with OpenAI has been very nice. That is my honest, I'm telling you. And I know I said some things that I was like not sure about the goggles, when I did the VR, when they did a demo in the hospital and they asked some of the nurses to be early adopters, and I just did a test, beta test for them, and I had a bad experience. It's on my main channel if you want to listen to it. But I did have an experience where I was in the presence of an entity when I went into the whatever that was that they created, and it unnerved me. You know how you feel the hair on your neck, as they say, kind of everything just like gets creepy. It felt creepy, and I took I had to get out of the whatever metaverse. So that's different. When you're taking yourself and emerging yourself into another alternate type of reality or realm that someone else created, that, what, I don't know. That was different. I'm not really interested in VR technology. That's just my personal thing. Now, this stuff is different, much different in terms of what I have experienced. So again, I'll share as I go along with it how I feel. And some of the things that I will be doing with it. So the creative things, you can do a lot with them. You can take images, you can animate them. You know how I was playing around learning the animation with that one platform? This is like quantum leaps. I could take the images that you're looking at right now and animate them with OpenAI technology. That's how amazing it is. And it's just like the things you can do, it's unbelievable. The text, I created a recipe the other day, everybody. I created a recipe that I'm going to test out. I'm going to do a test kitchen. Me and my daughter, we're doing some test kitchen things. I'll tell you about that too. Maybe she'll be on one day talking to you all. You can meet her. And let's see. Oh, basically, I've been away for a while and a little bit too long. So I really wanted to get back with you and just see what you're up to. Now, let me share with you some things like, I like the headlines and I like to see what's going on. So just a couple of slides I want to share with you. I came across, I know you know this guy. Across this guy. Do you all know who he is? Let me see in the mirror. Who's this dude? Who's this dude? Tell me. I'm waiting. Chatmosphere, don't let me down. Hey, Luca. You want some water? Maybe you sound like you need some water. Who? Does anybody know who this guy is on this slide? I'm waiting. Somebody don't let me hang. Who knows the name of this guy? Come on, people. I can't be the only one that knows his name. Alec Baldwin. No, he's not Alex Baldwin, but he kind of, no idea. Are you serious? One call, that's all. You guys don't know one call, that's all. Come on. No, Juan. I thought you would be the one that would know it. Come on, Juan. You can't let me feel like I watch too much television. I took too many days off of work. Because this is the kind of like stuff you hear in the middle of the day, right? When you should be doing other productive things. No, this is Ken Nugent. Ken Nugent. Does that ring a bell? One call, that's all. So Ken Nugent, I don't know. I happened to hear his commercial. I don't know. It came on YouTube or whatever. Or no, it was on TV because I had to go to 2 medical appointments. I had to take, I told you I advocate. I took I took 2 people to appointments today. So I was like listening to TV and everything. So Ken Nugent came on and he did his one call, that's all. And he said, and we're using OpenAI ChatGPT. So people, you can take, and if you want, I can open up my ChatGPT if the manager would allow so. And maybe you can give me a question, like a legal question, and we can ask the ChatGPT to break it down for us in layman's language. So I'm just letting you know that is the kind of stuff that you can do. Like you can have ChatGPT say, draw up a contract for you or read a contract for you. So if you're doing business with Puffy or Jay-Z and they got a contract for you, you want to put it in OpenAI and see what these jokers are really putting you through. So I'm just saying, maybe we could do a live demo of that, okay? But I thought it was funny to hear Ken Nugent say that he's using OpenAI. All right, so there you are, people. It's happening. It's here, whether we like it or not. And this was funny to me. Not funny. Interesting, funny. But this seems to be a weird time where people are rubbing it in our faces that they made a killing. Can I say that? They made a killing on the on the Plandemic, on the right on the Panichetti. So they were doing things like this here, loan fraud, an Instagram influencer. I know I shifted to this, but I just wanted to tell you that we're just living in the weirdest times where people that are so, wealthy or rich or whatever, they have it's a different energy and vibration. Like they're not even ashamed if they were scamming people at a time that was just so horrible. So this woman, Danielle Miller, she pleaded guilty, which is interesting because don't people normally plead innocent? Well, she pleaded guilty, so I have to give Danielle some credit, girl. That's right. You tell the truth. Did you take that $1 million of pandemic money? So she did some loan frauding. And she was, look at her. She's stunting on everybody. She's in front of luxury cars, Rolls Royce. It looks like she's at the Beverly Hills Hotel. She's living it up, right? And her Instagram grid is something that probably made people feel like a little bit jealous, like envious. I wish I could live like Danielle Miller. Well, you didn't know in a few months, Danielle Miller would be in front of a judge saying, I'm guilty. How can she not be guilty? She has it all over Instagram. So there you are. We're watching this exposure get to levels that are just, it's amazing. And I'm just covering surface things, but this one is another one that just kind of makes you say, okay. So Jennifer Gates, of course, her name would have to be Jennifer. Jennifer Gates, the daughter of Bill Gates. They're just, talking about how she's living it up. Just had her first baby. That's nice. We always love babies. She's living in a $51 million New York City home. So this is just, wow. Okay. So Bill Gates' daughter lives in a $51 million home in New York. So there you are, people. This is the kind of living that what her father has done in terms of, we could say it, but I just got out of YouTube jail, so I don't have to say it. You already know it if you're listening to me on this channel. You already know who Bill Gates is. We don't have to go through it. But this is the way his daughter lives, okay? While people are suffering and lost everything during the pandemic, Jennifer Gates is living it up, her and her family. Isn't that nice? And then this is another one that struck me as, wow, interesting. So during the pandemic, you know that Jeff Bezos became massively more wealthy. Like if you could become more wealthy, Jeff Bezos was already wealthy and he just 10x'd it during the pandemic. And you watch all the little businesses. I was up in New York City in 2020, and I watched a lot of businesses closing, putting signs in the windows. I will never return to business. And it was sad to see. These were little businesses. Some were chains. And meanwhile, Jeff Bezos was just amassing more wealth. So he just bought, a $500 million super yacht. And it has a helipad, and he and his girlfriend, he's got a spicy Latina, beautiful lady. And those two are living it up. And he's just amassing more and more wealth while we're enjoying our Amazon deliveries, right? So just so you know, there you are. The pandemic made people stinking wealthy, like even more so. And I think he was my last one. Yeah. So I just thought it was interesting. I could go through a lot of headlines. One of them that struck me, I created a reel today from it, is the Americans that were in Mexico. If you're on Instagram, I go by Jenny the John, and I made a reel because it was just sad to hear that four people, they were friends from South Carolina. I don't know if everybody was from South Carolina, but the main woman who was a part of this headline, they went to Mexico because she was going to get a tummy tuck. And the cartel uh, thought they were somebody else. It was, they say, possibly mistaken identity, but they were like kidnapped. Not like, they were kidnapped. They were thrown on flatbed trucks. They were pow-powed, and they were taken somewhere, and two of them are unalived. And I'm not sure which ones, but it was pretty shocking to hear. So they say the FBI has them in custody, the two survivors, and okay, shout out to the FBI if that's the case. So we just have a lot of things going on. I saw a Canadian woman was in Mexico and something bad I don't know if traveling to Mexico is a good idea. And you need to consider it. If you have anything go All right, we're back. Let me know. Can you hear me? These technicals or something. So let me stop this screen. So this is where we are. Tell me what you think. Can you hear me? I'm sorry I had these technicals going on. And Luca's in the background babbling. Hope you don't mind. Hey IG, I see you. It's all good, Herschel? Yes? Good. Yeah, it went out for a minute again. So this is what we're going to do. I will, now that this channel's back, I'll keep you posted on, I created another channel. I just keep creating them, of course, right? I'll keep creating them. But I'm going to do some other things now that I'm working with the technology. So I'll keep you posted on ways that I know Rumble, I should be doing things on Rumble, but I will. And I'll do some more independent things. And I'll still post on YouTube, Facebook, and the other places. So you can, if you don't see me doing anything here, something's going on. You could always find me on the other platforms. Again, for a complimentary review, you are always welcome to hit me up on the socials and set something up. And it's complimentary. Get your questions answered. You want to talk open AI? You could do that too. You could schedule a time to talk about it. Whatever. We can do that too. When it applies to, I don't know, money, protecting your money, protecting everything, protecting yourself, right? So that is what is going on. Let's see. I guess that's it for now. My daughter, we were traveling recently, and she cracked me up. She was saying that somebody, I think she was in a meeting at work, and they were asking, well, what kind of music did your parents play when you were growing up? And she said, yeah, well, my mother played Pat Metheny and Linkin Park. And they were like, excuse me, what? And she said, yeah, like that was normal to her. But people were like, those two don't even go together. But that's, eclecticness, okay? You have a artsy fartsy mom. You're going to be listening to Linkin Park and Pat Metheny. You're going to have to know about, Luca is going to have to know about Pat Metheny. He already does. And he's listening to old soul music, and, we get the record player cranking, and he's dancing to the real old, like, Sound of Philly kind of stuff. He's a little Philly John. And he's going to know that good Philadelphia sound, right? We're going to bring it back, keep it here, don't let it go anywhere. So, on the way out, I will share with you something. Maybe we could just chat for a little while. Luca, you want to chat for a bit? Maybe stay for a few minutes, even after we kind of stop our feed. I will share. This is the cutest stuff. Tell me if you know about this, but it's very relaxing. If you want to watch this, I recommend we could talk about children's programming. I hate that they call it programming, but that's what it is. It's programming. I grew up with Sesame Street. Me and Luca we're watching Sesame Street together, and it's pretty interesting that I grew up on it, and now it goes on more generations, starting with my generation in my family. I was the street. And so bear with me, the technicals. Let's see. I want to play something for you. Super adorable. I think it is. You tell me. It might be not so adorable to you, but we'll see. Mermaid. You do? Okay, Linda. Hit me up. Absolutely. That is, I don't know if the sound. Are we back? Hey, Kenna. Hey, Kenna. Thank you, Kenna. How you doing? So nice to see you. Make sure you eat your fruits. Guru is here. IG, yes. You know it. Hey, Ian. I don't know what's happening. To contact StreamYard. Tell them that this is not going to work. Tell them I don't like it. Oh, nice. Nice. Of course, the connection would. We were having so much fun. It was a little vibe we had. If it doesn't, if you hear me, let me know. If it go a few extra minutes. Oh, you're here. Oh, it's back. Yay. This is my new normal. Let's see who else is here. Who else? The Guru is here. Look at that. Hey, yes, thank you. Thank you, please. If you should happen to like it, please hit the like and the subscribe. Hey, Oracle Eyes, welcome to you. Let's give Oracle Eyes some love. Hey there, beautiful. Say hi to Oracle Eyes. Bernadette, you're here. Hello, Bernadette. Well, Juan is here. Molly. Hey, H. Ray. The robot. The robot. Yes, Muriel. Yep. I want to act this connection. Right, is it? We'll talk more. We have a Maggie Ray here. Look at that. It's gonna act, you know. Everybody. Hey, Maggie Ray is here. Let me see. Can you hear me? Is Rosie Pie in the house? Wow. Say hi to Rosie. Wow. Some people are crashing the live stream. They're not supposed to. Hi, Maggie. Hello. Rosie Pie is here. Hey, Rosie, welcome. Oh my goodness. That's so nice, Rosie. Love you all. Love you, Rosie. Thank you. The Guru will see you. You saw Luca always trying to get in the picture. He's not supposed to be in the frame like that, but he's already done it a couple of times now. I didn't know he could stretch all the. I gotta scoot him over more. All right, so I'll be out. We're going to do bath time. Oh, let me show you something. Oh my goodness. This is going to be one of those embarrassing moments when your grandmother made you. Look, I made Luca a little jacket. And he looks so cute in it. I made it just, I don't know, intuitive. I didn't have a pattern. He's putting it on his head. But it's one of those things, right? You could just save it and say, my grandma made me this jacket. Right? So it's just funny. What are you going to do? Here you go, Luca. Give it to your kid, I hope. You like it? Josephine is here. Yes, she's doing well. She's gotten over her jealousy. She takes naps with Luca. She watches out for Luca. She loves him. He loves her. So it's a love thing going on there, you know. She's doing it like you should. She's getting over her little humps. So she'll be good, right? He's a wild little dude. He is. So he's about to get a bath, right? We're going to do a bath. Then we're going to talk a bit. We're going to have some aromatherapy. And what flavor we're going to do? Lavender. We're growing lavender, by the way. So we're going to be doing some things. We'll tell you about our lavender. What else are we growing? We're growing blueberries. He loves blueberries. So we're growing blueberries. And yeah, so we're doing that. So this is just gonna be a late night because his nap time was all thrown off. So that's why we're just hanging out later. So this was fun. Thank you again. And Luca, what's up? What are you doing? Oh, Luca, you can't get in the frame like that. Okay, wait. Okay, listen, everybody. Hi. Okay, listen. You guys, what am I gonna do? This is they say this is the pandemic stuff, but my generation believed in this right here. Like we didn't have those excuses that you're a pandemic. You got your mushroom started? Oh my goodness. Really? Wow. I'm going to be doing some mushrooms because Luca likes mushrooms. Okay, so I'm that grandmother that does open AI chat, okay, chatbots, and I'm learning about artificial intelligence. But again, before we leave, let me just say another thing about this stuff that I'm trying to understand it from a standpoint that it'll make sense for me. I said that it's in your private life, it has to be, to me, this is my opinion, you have to make your private life as real and organic as possible. So balancing a private life that's more creative and more organic, I think that's going to be the way that me personally will be able to balance all of this intelligence, artificial intelligence, technology, and all of this stuff. The rise of the machines, whatever you want to call it. I'm not afraid of it. I don't think it's going to replace me. You can't replace me. Okay? So you can't be replaceable, right, Luca? So you don't worry about robots replacing you. And you just use the technology as a tool. So that's my thing. I'm balancing everything, and in my private life it's very natural. I've plugged back in with the local farmers, and I'll tell you about that too. So again, I will see you soon. We're going to do bath time, and I will see you on all the socials, okay? Love you all, and have a good one. We'll see you later, okay?